Namaste. I'm excited to start this new 21-day healthy habit meditation challenge with you all. And if you're watching this on the Moonbeam Yoga YouTube channel, then obviously you're not a part of this healthy habit challenge, or maybe you were and now you're seeing it after the fact, because I'm starting off with this being private. As you can see, it's morning light that's filtering through. I tried to minimize it, but then I decided I kind of liked it because we are beginning this meditation challenge on an extremely important day. This is a solar eclipse, and it's not just any solar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse close to 29 degrees of Aquarius, which is going to catapult us into some immense changes. This is a big eclipse, and we've already been seeing the results of the eclipse. At the beginning of the month, this is February 2026, by the way. At the very beginning of the month, we had a full moon in Leo. Think about Leo as the sign or the symbol of leadership, royalty, those in power. And the full moon and the illumination is bringing light to what has been hitting. And there's been a culmination of things, showing up since the Epstein files were released, or at least half of them or a portion of them were released. And we're seeing the darkness, right, that has really been looming in the background, that has been really kind of underground and has been lurking in the shadows. And so I've been talking about this for a few years. More and more light is hitting the planet. Instead of looking at society and the chaos and the grossness and the confusion that we see cropping up to the surface, we have to be able to see what society has been. We need to see what has been systemic. We have to see what is been here, what has been the reality on this planet, in order for it to change. See, we have to become aware in order to become more conscious. And when we become more conscious, it allows us to accept what is happening before us or what has happened to us. And then from there, we can actually find our center and move forward with some sort of action. Whether that action is being an activist, whether that action is being, there for your people, whether your action is just being as yogic as you can and just trying to hold neutral space, just to maintain like some harmony and some higher vibrations in the air. Anyway, so much going on. We also have the eclipse, by the way, is anytime there is where the moon is going in between the path of the earth and the sun. And this happens to be a solar eclipse, but not just any eclipse, it's actually a ring of fire. And the ring of fire is when it's an annular alignment, which is somewhat rare. And I wanted to say something. Oh, yes. This is also the beginning of the Chinese New Year, which is the start of the lunar calendar. So back in the day, there were 13 months to a year before the Romans decided to change it to solar with 12. So with the lunar calendar, if you look at the Chinese zodiac, they have, a different zodiac than what we look at as far as the Western calendar. But it's the year of the fire horse, and we're leaving the year of the wood snake. So the year of the wood snake was all about transformation and change and karmic endings. I've talked to a lot of people, and myself included. It seemed like a lot of relationships were getting rocked. Maybe some relationships ended. You may be finding a new soul tribe at this time or already have. But moving into the fire horse, we have finally shed the last of our snake skin, and the horse is going to be coming galloping in. It is about fast movement. It's about independence, initiations, individuality, being strong, being courageous, honing in on your power, your personal power. And I don't know, like, I'm really excited about 2026, as you can tell, because I'm talking really fast. So we're going to calm down and meditate. So the eclipse brings sudden shocks, revelations, and change. This is going to bring some revolutionary energy. And the eclipse is happening over the tail end of South America, like Chile, Antarctica, as well as, what is that country next to Chile? Argentina. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and begin sitting up nice and tall. Taking some deep yogic breaths. As you're breathing in and out through the nose, remember yoga means to unite, to bind together, to yoke. When that occurs, there's a state of unity. And when we're in that state of yoga, we are in the state of unity consciousness. Unity consciousness is no different than Buddha's enlightenment, what the Hindus may refer to as Krishna consciousness, or what Christians refer to as Christ consciousness. All of this is embedded in love and light, and hope and harmony, in wellness and wholeness, peace and tolerance. Take a moment to reflect on this past year of the wood snake. That started in February of 25, ending now in February 26. Reflect on the good times and the bad times, any celebrations, but also include any sorrow. Can you hold it all? Can you look at it in hindsight as being a valuable lesson or a turning point? And it's okay if you're still not sure. You see, eclipses are considered course correctors. So it's pretty potent that it's lining up with this fire horse energy rolling in. Horses are extremely sensitive and intuitive animals. And I have a feeling our sensitivity will be turned up this year as well. Our intuition has been numbed in the past, dialed down or distrusted in the past. But from this point on, set your commitment to be empowered by your intuitive guidance, to trust its lead, those soft inner whispers or loud inner calls from the depth of your soul, from the depth of your heart, your gut. Keep gazing in and up towards your mind's eye, because the mind's eye connects us to the pineal gland, which holds those tiny crystals that meditation helps to activate. And when this is activated, we can sense things that are hidden or unseen or beyond the veil. Imagine a veil is being lifted from your face, from your eyes, from your all-seeing eye. And now, project forward into the future. Science has recently shown that visualizations trick the brain, allowing the brain to think that it's actually real and happening right now, which is excellent for manifestation. So I want us to paint a picture, not just of what we want to pursue this year. And again, it's okay if you're not sure. For some people, it's not about the pursuit. It's just about being. But place in your mind's eye maybe a place that you want to visit. Imagine seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, as if you were there right now. Know that it will be so. If there's any changes that you would like to make in your diet, in your lifestyle, even though the personality may be hard to change, there may be something you're wanting to shift internally with that as well. Know that the energy is finally here to support us. And if you fail or fall, try again and again and again until you succeed. Set your intention to celebrate any small wins or victories. Maybe that is just simply by holding your tongue when you want to react. Maybe that is just waking up with a more positive attitude. Receiving a compliment. It could be simple or grand. And then broaden the lens of your perspective here and start to imagine something broader, something bigger. In fact, let's paint a picture of the world we would like to live in. Leaders who are trustworthy and honest and transparent. People understanding there's power in numbers. The realization that darkness cannot drive out the dark. Only light can do that. The realization and the implementation of hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So even though sitting here now, we may not picture the world as being all rainbows and unicorns and fairy dust, perhaps put those into this painting that you're picturing in your mind's eye. Why not create some magic? Why not put a horn on the horse? Because the year of the horse is about being and celebrating your uniqueness. Your individuality. Is it possible to break free and run with wild abandonment instead of being so confined? Is it possible to become a trailblazer, paving a path for the next generation? One of safety, one of security, one of health and abundance and prosperity, one of equality, where men and women respect each other, where children are held in high regard, where we look after each other and protect each other and love each other. Why not build a world of utopia? Why not build nirvana, heaven on earth? If it's possible to imagine, it's possible to create. We need to believe to receive. And now, let's sit in some silence and continue to paint the picture, to visualize what we want to materialize, to create the world we want to live in and be proud of. Let's take a few more deep breaths. Feel free to stop the video if you need to maintain more silence. Otherwise, you can crack the eyelids open and join your hands to prayer position at your heart. May we all be inspired by this eclipse that is bringing in the beginnings of Satya Yuga, the era of truth, and what the ancient yogis also said comes after Kali Yuga, the Dark Ages. We are just on the cusp of seeing that old age completely unravel and the beginning of the golden era. Thank you for joining me today.